It's Sunday at semi-final weekend of the 2024 Euro NASCAR playoffs. We are in Oschersleben with the fabulous NASCAR Whelen Euro Series. Euro NASCAR 2 and Euro NASCAR Pro both have races to offer up today, of course. And we're very intrigued to see how the drivers tackle the circuit today. Yesterday's race was rife with contact, drama, and high-octane action.
This is our brand new Euro NASCAR 2 race winner, Claudio Remigio Capelli. Yesterday you made it happen, your first NASCAR win. How does it feel?
I feel great. But it's a nice race, so nice sensation. All the here, especially in Germany, all the fans are great. I'm very happy for I declared it before the race. I'm racing not for the championship otherwise, but I race for the crew, I race for Bill, I race for the team, I race for Sharks and Academy. So I'm happy to make them proud to have this driver.
It's really cool that a lot of people have the autographs on a winning NASCAR car. I was allowed to do it as well here. Yeah. But it's really cool that you have a lot of fans on your car with your first win, right?
Yes, it's very cool. It's an exchange. Can you give me an autograph? Yes. Give me yours, please.
Brilliant idea. Grazie mille. Thank you so much and good luck today.
Thank you to you.
Claudio Remigio Capelli taking fan interaction to a new level, as well as lapel mic placement. But it's Patrick Schauber who is going to be looking for revenge in this race. Of course, he was on pole yesterday, but he ended up working from outside the top 10 as a result of contact between himself and Thomas Doffel. Let's see what happens in this race. It's Schauber again on pole position alongside Jill Linster. Then it's Capelli and Tefel, Dubeck and Chrysonis bringing us down to 6th place. It's race time once again in Euro NASCAR 2, and again it looks like Patrick Schauber has gotten a good start, but this time he's made sure Jill Linster can't follow him around the outside. Capelli is there in 3rd position behind Linster. Some more contact, nargy-bargy going on behind, including on that occasion I think Martin Dubeck might have gotten a little bit of contact, but he continues on in 5th position. Oh, and Capelli and Tefel spin into each other. Well, Capelli and Tefel crash into each other, and Dubeck spins trying to avoid them, makes contact with the back of Tefel. 3 cars involved, yesterday's winner and 2 of the championship contenders. Capelli around and to the back of the field, Dubeck around and to the back of the field. And Thomas Tefel remains in 3rd position. That's an interesting incident. Tefel certainly had his nose to the inside, came from a ways back, but equally Capelli kind of cut across to try to get to the apex and squeeze him out. Nonetheless, the race continues on with Dubeck, most critically the championship leader, down the field. That is a huge talking point. Jack Davidson trying to get to the inside here of Dominic Schuck in the battle for 9th position. Oh, and a big lock up there for Florian Richard. That could give up the rookie win because he was leading in the rookie class. He continues to lead in the rookie class, but Victor Neumann is right there with him. Neumann having a look to the inside there. And great fighting going on further back as well. Erkeli, who of course non-finished yesterday. He's alongside Nick Strickler there. Timoni Giussani watching on as well. 3 cars involved in that scrap for 11th overall. Also for one of the higher positions in the rookie class. I believe that would be for 3rd place in the rookie class. Everybody making their way through 11, 12, 13 and 14, and Florian Richard is under so much pressure from Neumann, Dombrowski, Davidson. These rookie drivers getting well in amongst the top 10. Jack Davidson, of course, a race winner this year. Looking to try and end his season strong in the double points playoffs, but Hasn't had the best run of it so far at the Motorsport Arena Oschersleben. Everybody making their way through the first and second corners, which have been the home of so much drama. You see in the back of shot there, Claudio Remeggio Capelli making his way through, as is this man, Martin Dubeck. Just ahead of Mikael Bleekemolen now, and a spin for the 43. Oh dear, that is Giovanni Ferronio in a spin there. Briefly, the full course yellow is out, but we're back to green flag conditions. He is A-OK. We return to racing with the battle for the lead. Patrick Schauber and Jill Linster together on the circuit. Linster, the Hendricks Motorsport, Patrick Schauber, of course. Oh, and there's a moment for Claudio Remeggio Capelli. We've scarcely been back under green flag. Let's have a look at what happened. He just drifted out wide. That strikes me as an issue with the car. More so than an issue with Claudio's driving there. Didn't look like he was trying to take crazy amounts of speed. A huge shame after the enjoyment, the joy, the celebration that came on Saturday. Not to be repeated, unfortunately, on Sunday here at the Motorsport Arena Oschersleben. Laps added to the race then for the 2 laps we spent under safety cars, so we're now up to 18 laps from the originally scheduled 16 as Patrick Schauber leads them through the first couple of corners. Then it's Linster, then it's Tufel, who doesn't seem to have any penalty forthcoming for the situation at turn 3 on the first lap with Claudio Remeggio Capelli. Seems to have been decided as not something to put against him. Would be a relief for Race Art Technology and their Swiss driver, because of course they're still up there and still certainly within a chance of a really strong Euro NASCAR 2 points table finish this year. Patrick Schauber will be, I'm sure, getting some updates on where Martin Dubeck is in the field, because Schauber could well close in, as indeed could Linster, as indeed could Tufel, with Martin Dubeck still fighting on the fringes of the top 10. There he is, 4th in this queue in the battle for 9th position. So he's in 12th place at the moment, with Dombrowski just ahead of him. And of course, the further up the order you get, especially with a potentially wounded car, he might have slightly knocked the track out of alignment, colliding with the rear of Tufel's car as he went into a spin. So potentially a slightly wounded car, and ever harder opponents to try and get past as well. So Dubeck is really having to work hard here at this stage of the race. Neumann chasing Strickler. Strickler's having an interesting tussle here with his stablemate, of course, from the Marco Stipp Motorsport team. It was Neumann ahead at the conclusion of the lap, so Strickler's got it done. Going into that first corner, a great move for the American. But Neumann will want to gain all the points he can here, because of course he inherited the rookie trophy lead at the conclusion of yesterday's race. Martin Dubeck following him close. He's now into 11th place. Dubeck's past Dombrowski, but now he's got the 2 Marco Stipp Motorsport cars to consider. Oh, that's a smoke screen and a half. Both Strickler and Neumann go off the circuit, and Neumann drops down. Not just behind Dubeck, but also behind Dombrowski. Now Strickler under pressure from the number 7 car. Strickler had a fight yesterday with Patrick Schauber as he was coming through the order. Today he's got the championship leader Martin Dubeck to deal with. Melvin de Groot is being followed here by Chrysonis, by Davidson in the battle for 6th place. Melvin, who of course had a great weekend at the Autodrom Most, where historically the Bleekemolen cars do perform well. Davidson around the outside here of Chrysonis. What a move for 7th position. Jack Davidson all the way around the outside, made that look incredibly easy. He was stuck fighting among the rookie leaders. Now he's on the back of this battle, and goodness me, that was an impressive move from Jack Davidson. Rasonis will be thinking, okay, well, I wonder if I can try and make that happen in reverse. Melvin de Groot will be all too aware of what's just happened behind him. Even if he didn't see the move happen, he'll know that suddenly the car behind him is pink with a black nose. Davidson on the move then, but Rasonis trying to fire back. Yes, he is going to try and do it in reverse. He's got the inside line. It's a drag race down towards the triple apex corner. All bashing and sides being exchanged there. And Davidson loses back out to Rasonis. Rasonis says, it's not going to be that easy, friend. Jack Davidson tries to get to the inside. Both of them had their best results in Euro NASCAR. Back at Brands Hatch, inaugural podium for Rasonis there. Inaugural win for Jack Davidson. Can Davidson do it again at turn 11? Has a look to the inside that time. He's not allowed the inside line. Rasonis says, you're going to have to go around the outside again. And Davidson's going to try it. He's done it again. Twice in a row, Jack Davidson has gone around the outside at turn 11. That is insane stuff. And Patrick Schauber is going to take a huge chunk out of the championship lead of Martin Dubeck, who finishes 9th ultimately. Schauber with the win, with 80 points secured, will move himself far closer to the leader of the championship. And Jill Linster in second, also gaining heavily on the Czech. RDV competition in victory lane again.
You did it again in Germany, you did it again in this season, and with Martin Dubeck having some issues in this race, that means you may close the gap.
Yeah, I don't even know where he finished, so yeah, I'm pretty curious about the point standings now after the victory. But yeah, I want to thank you to the whole team of RDV competition, to my sponsors, Motorsport Arena, and my parents, because they support me throughout this weekend. And yeah, it feels really good to be back in the victory lane, and especially here where I got last year my first victory. Yeah.
Great result for Schauber then, but he had to defend hard at points from Jill Linster in second.
It was so close. It was a nice battle up front there. So tell me, how do you feel?
I feel very happy with the second position. Very good for us. I had an amazing car, but it was impossible to catch him. I was never close enough to really attack or put him under pressure. He did a great job, no mistake. So difficult for me to fight for P1.
What about Martin Dubeck, your teammate? The championship leader had some issues during the first lap, and he scored some solid points, but the championship situation changed a lot.
Yeah, I actually don't know where he finished, but yeah, for sure he was behind me, so I will gain a few points, but yeah, I think I'm still not in the position to really do it on my own to win the championship. But yeah, unluck was today on his side, unfortunately, and yeah, now we go to Zolder.
We go to Zolder with a 33-point gap in the championship. Linster, I think, still very much in contention in third position, but victory for Patrick Schauber. The young Austrian does it again for the second year in a row at Motorsport Arena Oschersleben. Rookie trophy winner Mario Ercoli bouncing back from yesterday's issues. Melvin de Groot wins the way in the Legend Trophy class. Good to see Gordon Barnes on the podium there too with Mikael Blekemolen. And Lily Del Castello wins Lady Trophy. In Euro NASCAR Pro, of course, it's all very much to play for. Vittorio Gorelli leads the championship now by just a matter of 3 points. This is getting intense.
This guy finally got his first win of the season, Gianmarco Ercoli. Just tell me, how was it yesterday for you?
So it's important to take that points yesterday, and it's important come back to the victory for me, for the team, for all the box. And it's important stay too close the standing leader. And there are 3 races, double points, so now can we play the title this year.
What about the emotions yesterday, being back in victory lane after trying so hard all season long? Was it like the knot is bursted now?
Yeah, yesterday the emotion arrived to the stairs, yeah, but calm. because the way is long and immediately after the checker flag, I think the change setup for this morning for try to stay a lot too close the fastest drivers. And it's long. This year is long, it's difficult, but I have a really good team with good boys, and I trust in our job.
All right, thank you so much and good luck today.
Vittorio Garelli is going to be hoping for a better run of fortune than he had on Saturday here at the Motorsport Arena Oschersleben. His championship gap has shrunk massively. The fans loving the chance to see the drivers up close and personal, but now it's time to see the racing up close and personal. It's Garelli and Giffro on the front row of the grid. Tefel and Hazemans on row 2. A great starting position for Thomas Tefel based on some quick laps that he netted in yesterday's race. We're underway for the second time this weekend in NASCAR Pro. Garelli's going to be looking for a better go of it this time. Leans a little bit on Giffro into the first corner through turn 2, and this time Garelli gets it stopped in the lead without any pushing going on behind him, but Giffro trying to get to the inside there at turn 2. He's now going to have the outside line for turn 3 as Ryan Vargas, Max Lanza both having issues in the back of shot there. Vargas across the circuit, Lanza into the barriers, but here comes Giffro around the outside of Vittorio Garelli. He's on the grass. Vittorio Garelli giving him no quarter at all through the first few corners of this lap, and it is going to be Garelli that leads the way from Giffro, from Tefel, from the number 50 of Hazemans, but Max Lanza into the barrier, unfortunately. Looks like he and Vargas got into each other at the outside of the corner, and then Liam Lambert it was that tagged Vargas around as well, so I think just too many cars in not enough space. The safety car is out as a result of that. We might get some laps added as a result of that. Another 2 laps, I think, behind the safety car. So what was 20 laps, I believe, will now be 22. Underway and racing yet again, and Garelli this time single file restart, single file down to the first corner. That's a little bit easier for him to contend with. He wants to keep that red banner on his car. That signifies that he is the leader of the Euro NASCAR Pro division in the NASCAR Wheel and Euro Series. He has had that red banner on his car for the lion's share of this 2024 season. They run through the first few corners. Giffro certainly wanting to take any opportunity he can to claim a win here. However, he's now got the driver of the season in many regards. The driver with the most wins this season, certainly, to try and get around. Of course, Giffro had his penalty for his involvement with Garelli's off at turn 2 yesterday, which dropped him down to 10th position, so he lost points yesterday as well, for sure, in the championship standings. Gianmarco Ercoli now just 3 points back from Vittorio Garelli. Gianmarco Ercoli just 3 points back, but he is quite a way back in the order, as you can see here, following Thomas Cressonis in the latter half of the top 10, running 6th position at the moment. Ercoli, who won yesterday, doesn't look like he's continuing that momentum today. His race pace wasn't sufficient to put him far up the grid for today. The fastest laps from Saturday determined the grid for Sunday, and he never really got a quick one in there, at least not quick enough to be on the front row of the grid. And so he's having to do some work there behind Cressonis. Not where he wants to be, of course. He wants to take the opportunity to capitalise on his form from yesterday, and indeed on the shrunken gap between himself and the leader Garelli. As it stands, he is by far the closest competition in the points to the 24. Paul Giffro, though, would maybe change that a bit if he can find a way past the 24 and claim that 80 points for a win. Of course, it's 10 points gap. 80 for a win, 70 for second place, and then it goes down in increments of 2 from there. So a win is hugely valuable in the double points playoffs here in EuroNASCAR. Tefel is doing a great job keeping pace as well. He's closed in on Giuffreau and Garelli. I wonder if that means Garelli's maybe not quite at full speed, because with all respect to Thomas Tefel, he's come on so far this year, you wouldn't necessarily expect him to be able to hound 2 of the best drivers in the sport in the manner that he's doing right now. You can see Tefel really working hard to defend, and Hazeman's on the grass there. Liam Hazeman's got 2 wheels on the grass under braking, and frankly, he did very well to keep that car under control. That could have very easily ended with a permanent stop in the gravel. Thomas Tefel was defending hard there. He's had a great race and is looking likely to claim his first overall podium in EuroNASCAR Pro. Memory serves me well, it's where he claimed his first overall podium in EuroNASCAR 2 this time last year. Brisonis, Ercoli and Lasserre now battling it out for that 5th position. Doesn't look like Ercoli is going to be able to break into the top 5. If anything, Luca Lasserre is looking threatening behind. Lasserre in the slipstream as they approach turn 11 of the circuit. The number 33 looks to the inside. Ercoli's a bit early on the brakes, and Luca Lasserre gets it stopped, gets it done. Supreme confidence in the tyres from the Speedhouse driver, but he runs it wide at turn 12. He just about keeps it together, but he runs it wide again at turn 13. Goodness me, Luca Lasserre. He's an experienced driver. He's the most experienced driver, but he's still willing to risk it all for a position. He moves up to 6th place, further compounding Gianmarco Ercoli's struggles on Sunday. Into the closing stages of the race, Garelli and Giuffreau still fighting it out for the lead, but Giuffreau has yet to see an open door, and he's yet to try and kick it down. After getting his penalty yesterday, maybe a little bit shy of getting those elbows out, Vittorio Garelli has put in a great effort here. And it looks as though he's done enough to claim yet another race victory. The points lead that shrunk to 3 will now be 23 for Vittorio Garelli. A huge reclamation of championship lead for Garelli. Giuffreau will take 2nd ahead of Thomas Tefel, but the celebrations will be in the tent of PK Carsport and Vittorio Garelli.
You extended your championship lead to over 20 points to the closest rival. Everything according to plan, right?
Yeah, the points was very important, but it was so hard. I got the power steer failure on lap 5. I did literally all the race with no power steer. I was literally starving. It was my hardest race of my life. Like, I couldn't turn the wheel, it was blocked. I had to move my hands in order to turn. And this free was fast, so he was coming into me, but yeah, we managed to get the win. God was with us this time.
Hardest race of his career, says Garelli. That is a big statement.
And it's the first time in EuroNASCAR Pro. Thomas Tefel, what a race! You must have had a lot of fun there, right?
Yeah, it was incredible. I was surprised to have so much rhythm at the beginning of the race. I was easy with the car, so we did really a good work on the car. I also have don't finish the race yesterday, so maybe I have a little bit better tire than the other. Maybe it's a little advantage, but yeah, I am so happy to have my first podium in Pro category.
Junior trophy then going to Paul Giuffreau. He also claims the runners-up spot in the race, of course. Challenger trophy going to Thomas Tefel. Garelli, though, with a 23-point lead heading into Zolder. Can he hold on? Ercoli, Giuffreau, Hazemans, even Lasserre, all trying to hunt him down as we go to the finals of the 2024 NASCAR Whelen Euro Series playoffs. Euro NASCAR Pro and Euro NASCAR 2 will be decided in Belgium.